Goddess Sarah. So today we're gonna do pretty much a general self-care reading. Um, so always take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest. So before we get started, I'm gonna cleanse this space and the energy. So if you have headphones in, you might want to turn them down for 5 seconds. Okay. And the song that goes with this reading is Habitual Pain um, by Farah? I don't know. Okay. But let's see what we have here. We have Spearmint with refreshment of the soul and reviving. Refreshing and reviving of the spirit. And then we have Geranium with mending emotions. We have Orange with elevates and invigorates. Just provides like energy. Then we have Ginger with soothing and stimulating. Then we have Eucalyptus with expanding sense of freedom. So pretty much all the cards are some type of flower or some type of leaf. Excuse me. And so it's talking about like the greenery and stuff like that in nature. And at least 3 of them actually with a similar background tied together, and 2 of them ties together. So is once you get in touch with your soul, you start getting more in touch with your feelings and your emotions, and you feel more like yourself. That's what the energizer is coming from. And things are like starting to smooth out, and that's when you have that sense of freedom where certain parts you thought that you couldn't do or you couldn't become, you realize that it was always you stopping you, pretty much. And we have Trust. Hunger. Rejection. Faith. Ghost. And sweetness. So it's pretty much what I noticed straight off the bat with this the circles with the hunger. Either the people that you don't trust yourself, and you don't trust the people that you're around, so you do things so you don't get rejected by other people, and it pretty some of y'all are betraying yourself and going against your own better judgment with this faith and stuff like that. Going against the things that you believe in that you wouldn't normally do. And that's why it's saying like it's important to get back in touch with your spirit and yourself, because you're becoming more, it's like the more you portray yourself and do things for other people's benefits and stuff like that, and fear of rejection with this people pleasing, you then like become like a ghost of a person. Like you don't become, like you're no longer who you used to be or who you are and stuff like that. You become like a completely different person. And versus where you want to have people that you trust, that you can trust, where you find like where you could be comfortable and stuff like that. Because we have two purples here, a yellow, red, and white, pretty much. And purples talk about your third eye, no, yeah, your third eye and stuff like that, but also the sense of royalty and your psychic ability and stuff like that. So it's like you're you don't trust it, you don't have faith in it, so you're rejecting it, and you're causing yourself to like causing your soul and your spirit to like have a hole in it, and part of it is missing because you're so busy worried about material rejection that you're forgetting about the spiritual rejection and emotional rejection. and and the reason why you're doing it is because you think everything's gonna be nice, sweet, and comfortable, but it's not. Then we have responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Then we have self-love. I realized that love I realized that love of self is necessary to love others. We have death with I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So it's pretty much saying like people like from time to time people are gonna betray your trust, right? You're not responsible for that. You can't hold them accordingly. People have self control and stuff like that. There are certain things that they are in control of, and they are, all you responsible for is choosing to give that person your trust and stuff like that. And with this responsibility with trust and hunger, is like you giving your trust away to somebody that you can't really trust, and where they know that they can trust you, you know that you can't trust them. And the reason why you haven't cut this person off or let them alone is because of the self-love and feeling like you're gonna miss out, or they're gonna reject you if you don't do this, if you don't act a certain way and be a certain way. They're gonna reject you um, for what you believe in, or for what you like, and and all this other stuff. And with this death, learning that endings are merely beginnings, is like this person that with this ghost is like you end the situation with them and stuff like that with that sense of freedom. That's when things start becoming better and sweeter for you, and then new beginnings and stuff like that. And it's when you start to realize that you are responsible for your endings and beginnings. If you don't want to start something, you can literally say no and stuff like that and just walk away. Or when you're in something, you can say that you don't want to be in this no more, you don't want to participate in it, and then still leave. Like, it's all up to you, not on the other person. You have a say so as well. Mm. Next, we have the Hanged Man and the Four of Pentacles. Death. The Queen of Cups. High Priestess. The Two of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. So, with the Hanged Man, you stuck in a period of struggle and or stagnation with this Four of Pentacles being attached to it. Um, because some type of insecurity or lack. And with this depth, especially with the hangman, there's also talks about like enlightenment with the, hold on, with the, like, the light being here by his head. That's, the having idea and being enlightened and stuff like that. And his legs being crossed talked about being comfortable in a very like dangerous or uncomfortable situation. And that could be another reason why you're holding on to this person and not letting it go and rejecting it, because you are familiar with it. Not that you're comfortable with it, you're just familiar with it. And then with the death being here, is like it's time for that to change. Like, just because like I said, you're not comfortable with it, you're just familiar, and there's struggles that's keeping you stuck and stagnant, which is time to change and smooth out. Um, to let come to an end. And with the Queen of Cups being here, and in the self love, it's pretty much one of her MO. She's very loving, caring, and nurturing. Then we also have mending your emotions and stuff like that. And like getting in touch with spirit is because with she holds the Ace of Cups, and then you also see like a little slither going to her from the cup. So it's like she is loving and caring and nurturing to other people, but also to herself as well. Where it says before, like, in order to love other people, she must love herself. She must first get in touch with yourself and balance it with yourself. And trusting your intuition, being in tune with yourself. Because water is also talks about your intuition and stuff like that. And so it's not just love and stuff like that. There's intuition, there's creativity, there's your emotions, there's um your like being nurturing, and like an emotional or like sensitive way and stuff like that. All that is water. And there are some, where some people manipulate it and try to use it to their own benefit. And there's, on the light aspect where people are have a very healing and one of a kind of love and stuff like that. And it's like you at this stalemate or at this pause, or having a hard time moving on and moving forward because you're refusing to see what needs to be let go and what needs to change. Or you feel like it's a very hard and difficult decision to make. With the Knight of Wands being here, it could be saying like it's time for you to be like courage and have some type of bravery, and to realize that you are confident and able to cut this person out, block this person out, and stop giving to them. And it's going to be way easier than what you're thinking or trying to make it out to be. Yeah, it's pretty much you're stopping this change by not accepting that you do deserve love. You deserve someone that you can trust. You, like, where you're talking to your person and stuff like that, or they telling you a story and you have to play detective and be Sherlock Holmes to figure out what the true story is, that's not a relationship, and not all relationships work that way. That's not healthy. And that can change, but you're stopping it and not allowing it to change because you, like I said again, like you're familiar with it and you think that you're comfortable with it and you're not. Which is why Spirit is trying to change it. Because it's just keeping you stuck in a place where you don't want to be and you don't need to be in. And with the Four of Pentacles is more so for materialistic reasons or because somebody feel inadequate. Or one person is struggling and somebody else isn't struggling, so now they were trying to come back to try to make it seem like they can get you out of this hangman, or that they want to get out of this hangman situation. But in all actuality, they want you to do all the work to get them out of this stagnation, or um, period that they in. Because with habitual with pain, he talk about like how, you know, like the generational curses, just like where your mother do this one thing, then you do it, and then this person do it, and that person do it. It's like, oh, just everyone in the family does it. And then even though that is not okay, y'all just try to use that, oh, well, it's just how we are. Just is that. Like, this person, let's say, like, their parent, or they, like, somebody near or close to them, like, pretty much abuse their power and abuse their love and stuff like that. And they didn't like it or didn't appreciate it and stuff like that. They saw how it affects people firsthand. They even witnessed it. But rather than taking a different route and being a better person, they decided, or to just, they didn't really decide it. It's like they pretty much doing the same thing that the person did to them to other people, rather than just stopping it, ending it there. They repeating it. That's habitual pain. And like, because he also talked about in the song, like, well, if that's all I know, that's all I see. Like, how do you, like, how can I change that? What is this? What, like, if that's all I know, that's how it's going to end up being. But then it's given kind of sort of excuses, but it's like for some people it's like, all right, okay, cool. But then it's just like, you know, with death talking about like changes and stuff like that. Life always changes. There's always ups and downs and stuff like that. But this person is mainly just holding on to this one thing and refusing to change. And it's just like, because if they let that go, they have to let go of other things that is associated with it, or that's attached to it, that they don't really want to do. And then we have here and now. So this is happening right now. Then we have observer. And we have deep knowing. Because I was going to say with the moon, before this one came out, this is waxing and this is whining. Right? And then she has both on, the high priestess has both on like her crown and stuff like that, but she also has the full moon. So it's like you're seeing this whole, like with this observer, is like just be a silent observer. Even if it's your own life, just put yourself in somebody else's point of view and stuff like that, and see and watch from like the outside and stuff like that. And then you will see like from start to finish, and you gain a new perspective on what's going on, and why you need to cut this person out, why you need to walk away from certain things, and why it's best to take responsibility for your own life rather than leaving it to somebody else that doesn't really know you and don't know what they want to do for themselves. And so life purpose pretty much give like why it's happening or why this is important. These all came out together. We have practice, light, and love, and study. So practice says polish your skills by practicing regularly. Light and love says your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. And study says read, research, and educate. Education, there we go. Help you gain confidence and clarity in your choice, in your career. Um, so yeah, with this love and light, you just be who you are, And then there are going to be people that find you very sweet and very comforting and trust you for you being you. Now, you creating to be somebody else for other people, that is always going to be a hole missing. You feel like something is missing because you can't be yourself. You're not being your true self. And these people that's around you, that's why you're creating this whole other person, or becoming like a different person of yourself, or a facade of yourself, or a ghost of yourself. Um, you're doing it for like so they don't reject you, but you're also rejecting yourself because the parts that you're trying to hide away, you feel like it's something that needs to be hidden when it really isn't. And the reason why you're doing that is because other people that was rejected or wouldn't be able to be around you, or they don't even really like themselves pretty much. They didn't want you to accept yourself and be comfortable with yourself. And with this here and now, it's like right as right now you're thinking about this, you're practicing it, working on what you can do, healing from it, letting go what needs to be let go, blocking who needs to be blocked, and trusting your intuition rather than going against it and working against yourself and everything that you wanted to have in life. And then we have your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. Pretty much like fear. And then we have be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. Ask for help doesn't mean ask for help doesn't make you weak. That's actually part of self-awareness, to realize that you know when you're struggling and when you need help. So it's actually a strength, not a weakness. But certain people, the ones that will reject you, are the ones that are trying to make it seem like that it is a weakness when it's not. And then I'm not sure if I said it in this reading or a different reading, but with it's like your love that you give is one of a kind. And it's not, I won't say like of this world, but it's very different from what they were giving you. So it's like you was giving them love, and they was just giving you, I won't say like or like infatuation or stuff like that, but it wasn't actual love, which is why that hunger and that hole was missing and stuff like that, or even a part of you was missing, because it seemed like no matter what you do, nothing will get better. No, it would never be smooth, easy sailing. It was always met with some type of obstacle. And it's like no matter how hard you worked or whatever you said, there's always some type of backlash or some type of problem. Um, that this ginger is like you're now taking responsibility and calming things out and smoothing it out for yourself. Cause it's about it's like a lot of this, except like this one could be used for like cold medicine and stuff like that, and has, I know these two have some sort of like antibacterial properties, and also yeah, antibacterial properties can help freshen your breath, freshen your skin and stuff like that. And then ginger helps with calming and soothing either like upset stomachs, um yeah, pretty much upset stomach, stuff like that. And oranges, with the sweetness being here, is like, with diabetics, is for certain diabetics said like it's not really good to eat oranges or eat drink orange juice and stuff like that because all the sugar that it has. It is like where you will find your people and find a group where it's very sweet and stuff like that, but it's not gonna cause like a cavity or anything like stuff with the smoothing. Like everything's gonna balance out where it flows and it's okay, where you are happy with your life and things are peaceful. And because even here with this ask for help, it doesn't make you weak. It has the waxing, and that's on this one with the observer. Like, probably like look around and stuff like that, see and see, or even she even has it on her head, like with the also with the purple, with your third eye, is like there's people that you can ask for help that you might be overlooking, and it's like you know who they are. You just have to be confident and be bold and know that you're not a bother to those people. They are very happy and very thankful when you do come to them, even if they don't understand. It's so with that sense of freedom, you let it off your chest. You got it off your chest. You got it. It's no longer in you or bothering you, and now they know, like, to keep an eye out, to keep a lookout and stuff like that. Or if, let's say, something pop up and it's like something I just talked about, they're like, oh, let me send it to you and stuff like that. But they won't know to do that if you don't talk to them, if you don't tell them certain things. And there's some people with that deep knowing, that you cannot tell your business, because if you tell them your business, everybody named mama gonna know your business. And that's why it's like this practice, like, you're not gonna get it right every day. Sometimes you thought that was your friend and come to find out it's not your friend. Like, it's always like a day by day process. And it doesn't matter if there's past, present, or future. Just because they're a past person, you have history with them, that they automatically, that you should trust them and that they have some sense of loyalty to you. That is more so at that point in time, you're more so having loyalty to the history that y'all have than you have to that person. And the history that y'all probably have together is not the greatest, so it's like, why would y'all need to be in front of each other's faces or be around each other? Then we have keep your thoughts positive. See? And then we have the whining on the side of her eye. So it's like where, again, it starts from start to finish. Like, it's from in the beginning where you observed, you saw who you needed to cut out, who you needed to let go. You started letting them go and cutting them off and stuff like that, and blocking who need to be blocked and stuff like that, and who's trying to create fear or cause fear in your life, or trying to control your thoughts and how you see things or what you're doing and stuff like that. You're cutting those people out and walking away and doing what makes you happy and what's best for your life. And taking responsibility for your own life rather than letting somebody else tell you or dictate what you should do. And from the self-care deck, we have Dream Journal. Are you sleeping? Look at the stars. I was going to talk about the constellation, but I know that's Cancer. I can tell you that much. That's it. That it was like Cancer reversed. So that could be Aries. I know Aries and Cancer is very similar, but there's also stars here and stars here, stars in the background here, star right there. So, and they've also got the signs here, and then the moon phases, like I was saying before. I can try this. Also, there's a retrograde. I can tell you that much. Mercury is about to end, and well, when I'm doing this video, it's about to end. It ends September 15th, right? And then there's Uranus retrograde. I don't know when that ends. Um, Uranus is more so about like daily expansion. So I'm just assuming that things slow down, or the things that you used to want to work on. Could be like now all of a sudden people want to work on it with you, and it's like you already moved past it or grown past that. It's like, or something, yeah, with that hunger and that hole and that ghost, something that you left behind or you thought, something that was in the past is now trying to come back and trying to walk through that door, and it's not getting through it. So let's say before with this practice, you trying to look for, alchemy of souls, right? So let's say before, right, you were looking for somebody to practice and teach you the ways of, I forgot what they were doing in alchemy of souls. They were supposed to teach him, let's say, taekwondo, okay? It's not that, but we're gonna say that, okay? And like he had like 13 teachers and stuff like that, and each teacher refused to actually teach him and stuff like that, or like practice, give him any sort of practice because of who his father was. And he decided, okay, fine, whatever, I'm gonna go find this person that will teach me and find my own way and make my own way. And then, he pretty much got his way where it's a Korean show, so they have to do like the cheese and stuff like that. So his father pretty much blocked his gate of energy, so he wouldn't be able to do certain things so correctly or accurately. So certain things happen where even though he already had the knowledge, he didn't have the practice. And then something happened where he was able to get not all of his energy, but a little bit of energy. And then he also found the person that he wanted to help teach him and show him what to do. And she pretty much was able to help him. And then something else happened, that his gate was fully open. And then from there, that man was just going and just taking off. So it's something similar to that, where you could have been looking for help and wanting people to help you and stuff like that, and none of them was on your side or wanted to help you. And when it's like their backs against the wall and it's like down for you to help them, or you're the only one that can help them, now they rooting for you and saying that you're the best one and you this and you that, and they want to work with you and they want to collaborate with you. And also with the 4 and 4 being here, and this talking about look at the stars, that's what they mean to observe. Like, just watch how people are acting and they're moving. Because in the it's the tower, then the star, right? And the star talks about being in your purpose and having hope and being vulnerable and being yourself and stuff like that. Just observe and watch who's being themselves and who's not being themselves. Then you'll be able to see the fake from the phony. But with the dream journal being here, and are you sleeping, it could be saying that you're also receiving messages in your dreams that you might be overlooking and missing. Then we have clear your energy field. And then we have family. And then with the here and now, that also both is 5. And the 4 of Pentacles, yeah. Watch who's trying to keep you stuck and make you feel inadequate or belittle you. And watch the people that speak life into you. And with the family being here, it could be like some of them, it could be some of your family members, but it could be friends that you deemed as family. Like I said before, like you could be more loyal to the history that you have than to this person. And that's what you need to clear out. And then we have make a altar. That pretty much tied to this deep knowing. To have a place where you can meditate, just breathe, relax, drink a cup of tea, whatever, get closer to spirit and stuff like that. You can write, spend some time with yourself, stuff like that, pray, whatever you want to do. To get in touch with that deep knowing, what spirit is trying to tell you, what spirit is trying to say. Because with the 20, which kind of sort of goes to the 2, it's pretty much saying like your intuition is trying to tell you the information, but you're blocking it out and not seeing it clearly. And that's need to be cleared out. And it needs, like, the only way that you will understand it and get what they're trying to tell you, if you spend some time, like at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, like, by yourself. And as like time goes on, it might increase, it might decrease, but you still make that time to spend for yourself and take care of yourself and get in touch with yourself, however way that is. It could be doing a hobby, it could be taking a shower, being in the shower for a very long time, performing it, like a whole performance in there. Whatever it is. Could be stargazing, looking at the skies, spending time with your family and the people that that's actually uplifting and speak life into you. And setting those boundaries and rejecting and letting go and blocking out those people that pretty much downgrade you and speak down on you and belittle you. But yeah, that's all that I see for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you and or you liked, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.